Shalom. I want to begin by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Right? Peace and blessing to the brothers that pursue this word in sincerity and in truth. Right? This is Howard from the JMS Trinidad camp. I want to do a quick lesson here based off First Esdras, the 4th chapter. Right? With the three guards writing to the king. Basically, who is the strongest, right? If one wrote wine is the strongest, the king is the strongest, and the last one wrote woman is the strongest. But I want to base this one off of the king, right? And watching it in a spiritual sense that, you know, Yahweh Shai is the king and he's the strongest, right? So I will start from verse, First Esdras chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, Then the second that had spoken of the strength of the king began to say, O ye men, do not man excel in strength, that bear rule over sea and land and all things in them? But yet the king is more mighty, for he is Lord of all these things. Yeah, you see the king is more mighty because he's Lord of all these things. And when you look at it in a spiritual sense, first they was looking at it as a carnal sense, that the king who ruling the earthly nation. But when you look at it as a spiritual sense, we look at it as Yahweh Shai, because he's the ruler of everything, right? Yahweh Shai is king over all, right? So it says verse 3, right? It says, but yet the king is more mighty, for he is Lord over all these things, and had dominion over them, and whatsoever he commanded them to do, right? Whatsoever he commanded them to do. Give me the precept in Daniel.
This is Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. It goes on to say, This is by decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Right, so it say he give it to whoever he will. So this here one, this here say, but yet the king is more mightier than he. But yet the king is more mightier, for he is Lord over all things, and had dominion over them, and whatsoever he commanded them, they do. Right? Yeah. Give me Romans 9, 9 and 19. So whatever Yahweh Shai bid us to do, we do it. We can't resist the will of the Most High.
Done.
You know? That what Daniel was saying, it basically, we can't resist it. You know?
This is Romans chapter 9 verse 19. It says, Thou wilt say then unto me, Why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resist his will?
Right? So who can resist? Nobody can resist the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. No man. Right? So that is, yeah, we're looking at it this one in a spiritual sense. Right? This is verse 4. It says if he bid them make war, the one against the other, they do it. If he send them out against the enemy, they go. And they go and break down mountains, walls, and towers. Right? If the Most High bid them to, yeah, that one in Joshua. Yeah, you forget what that precept, right? Yeah, so it say they say, verse 5, it says, No, verse 4 it says, if he bid them make war the one against the other, they do it. If he send them out against the enemy, they go and break down mountains, walls, and towers. Right? Verse 5 it says, they slay and are slain and transgress not the king. Right? So basically that is we righteous men, the elect basically. Right? If the Most High tell we to do whatever he wants us, he bid us to do, we do it, and we can't transgress him. Right? We can't go against him. Right? It says if they get the victory, they bring all to the king, as well as the spoils, as all things else. Right? And as I said before too, because whatever the Most High bless us with, or whatever we get, we know it's from the Most High, so we give him all glory and all praise and all that. We say, hey, if we get something, we say, hey, Tawara Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
This Psalm 72 verse 1. It says, give the king thy judgments, O power, and thy righteousness unto the king's son.
Right? Give the king what? All honor.
Give the king thy judgments, O power, and thy righteousness unto the king's son.
Right. You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel 9:4 to 8. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare me that have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is a mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And it came to pass, while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried, and said, our Lord, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem? Yeah, so we are talking about when the king made the commandment to go forth and slay, and they spare when the city spare. So what these men did, what the angels did, they spared the ones that had the mark upon them. But what they did, they slay everybody else that was wicked in the eyesight and in the sight. Right? By night, they didn't transgress the king's commandment.
And verse 6 it says, likewise, for those that are more soldiers, they have not to do with war, but use husbandry when they have reaped against that which they had sown, they bring it to the king and compel one another to pay tribute unto the king. Verse 7 says, and yet he is but one man. If he commands to kill, they kill. If he commands to spare, they spare. If he commands to smite, they smite. If he commands to make desolate, they make desolate. If he commands to build, they build. If he commands to cut down, they cut down. If he commands to plant, they plant. It says, so all his people and his armies obey him. Furthermore, he lied down, he eat it and drink, and take it his rest. Right? It says so all his people and his armies obey him. Right? Pretty simple, right? These all the people and all the armies, basically the elect go obey the army, our shy voice. Right? This is John 17 and 9 says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Right? So because it say here, um, so all his people and his armies obey him. So basically, the elect obey him, right? And going on to verses 11, the last verse here, it says, and these keep watch round about him, neither may anyone depart and do his own business, neither disobey they him in anything. It says, yea, the all ye men, right? Basically, that is it. Yes, so he said, and these keep watch round about him, neither may anyone depart and do his own business, right? Neither disobey him, neither disobey they him in anything. And as I said, that is the elect, because the elect will hold fast to the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say, right? They ain't going to go onto no other doctrine or whatever the case is, right? They will hold fast and obey whatever Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say.
Yeah, because I know that is the kings of kings and the Lord of lords.
Can.
You understand?
Can.
But with the scripture saying in Revelation, that is the king with many crowns. Which means he went out conquering and conquer all. So he is the king that set up on the throne. That is the king. That is according to the what is that? Esdras?
Yeah.
First Esdras.
Yeah, right?
Right, chapter 4, right?
Yeah.
For the first Esdras chapter 4, the woman ain't gonna be the top there, but that spiritual king.
Can,
You
yeah.
understand?
Yeah, because the I think it's Nebuchadnezzar, he win the whatever you call it now.
Right.
Considering who's stronger. But in this case, you know, the king is the man who winning that. You understand?
That spiritual king.
That spiritual king can
Sit up on the throne with many crowns.
Right? That's right, can. Right, and hey, basically that is it, eh? You know, with that, I just want to give out praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Right, give double honors to the apostles, the elders of great ministry that rule well and taught us this truth. Right, and the brothers out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Right, and a few sisters out there who listen, right, diligently and take heed and know the role. Right, we say shalom to the elect.